Here comes self-assessment number 2. Find yourself a section of wall that doesn't have any picture frames or other things on it that would get in the way. Stand up, preferably barefoot or in your socks, in front of the wall, facing away from the wall, with your backside towards the wall. Now I'm going to tell you to do something, ask you a question, and then you need to stop the video, do it, and find the answer to the question. And then you can continue with the video. Okay? Don't listen ahead in the video, because if you do, then you will know what you're looking for, and you will do things differently, and the test won't work as well. So do it the way I tell you, and stop. No peeking. Okay, you're standing facing away from the wall. When I tell you to stop the video, slowly walk backwards. One little step after another. Make small steps. Keep looking forward in a normal way. Keep your arms by your sides and walk backwards. Sooner or later, you will touch the wall. Then you stop. Once your body parts touches the wall, stop. Notice which body part touched the wall first. Once you have done that, you touch the wall and notice which body part touched the wall first. The test is over and you continue with the video. So now, stop the video and do the test. Okay, we are back. Did you walk backwards towards the wall until some body part touched the wall? Which body part touched the wall first? Well, what body part was first tends to be different for different people. It might be your feet, or more likely your butt. Maybe it was your shoulders, or somewhat unlikely your head. Which one is correct for the best posture? What do you think? Feet, butt, shoulders, or head? Which one should touch the wall first? What do you think? And the answer is none of them, or better, all of them. Your posture is right if all these 4 body parts touch the wall at the same time: heels, butt, shoulders, and head. Chances are that didn't happen when you tried. Now try and straighten out your posture and see what your posture is if all 4 touch the wall at the same time. All right, walk backwards against the wall again until, and now adjust your posture so that your heels, your butt, your shoulders, and your head touch the wall at the same time. Try it. I'll wait. Pause the video for a second. Okay, tried. Chances are you think what I'm saying cannot possibly be true. I read this test in a book, which I will put in the references, and certainly I was off quite a bit the first time I tried. Since I've had many people try it, and so far not one of them was close the first time they tried. But I have worked on my posture since, and I am very close to perfect now when I tried. My posture is much better, and did I say I solved my piriformis syndrome? So usually when people fail this test, it is because their butt sticks out much further than it should, and their shoulders are slouched forward, and their head is even further forward like this. What needs to happen is 2 things. The shoulders need to move back, right? That requires lots of stretches to your front muscles on your chest, and some other things. And instead of slouching, you need to use your belly muscles to rotate your pelvis so your butt doesn't stick out so much. As a side effect, you will have far less back pain, lower back pain, in now and in the future if you do that. There are lots more details about how to do that, but I have little to contribute to this. The expert on this particular subject is, on many other subjects, is Jody Bookspan, from whom I have this test in one of her books, and who describes it in detail, what needs fixing and how to fix it in her books. I highly recommend them. I would not be here if not for Jody and her books. She also has one of the world's most interesting bios that I've ever come across. You might want to read it. I put the references in the comments. So, why are we doing this? You may think, my pain is in my pelvis. It's not in my shoulders or my head or something. You may be tempted to say, this video isn't relevant to my problem, and I can skip it. If you ask me, I don't think so, and here's why. Have you ever looked at an anatomical diagram of all the things that are in your pelvis? There are detailed diagrams all over the web and some great mobile apps where you can play surgeon and poke around in 3 dimensions. If you do that, you'll notice you have some real complex things in your pelvis. There are tons of muscles all over the place, going every which way, connecting all sorts of bones with really strange shapes. As an engineer like me, you scratch your head, you're missing hair, and say, there are probably very good reasons why these things are the way they are. But I don't understand the reasons. This is way more complicated than I can easily explain. But pay attention to the back of the pelvis, where the spine comes down and connects to the pelvic girdle. Many of the muscles all over the pelvis are involved in helping with that connection, including our friend the piriformis. When I look at the diagrams of the pelvis, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the palm tree diagram I had in a previous video, where we were exploring of how the tree can keep itself up. Think of the pelvic girdle as the roots of the tree and the spine as the trunk. The muscles in the pelvis are just like the pretend muscles of the palm tree, trying to keep the tree up. The muscles in the pelvis are trying to keep the spine up. So if you have your spine in a strange position, do you think it won't affect what work the muscles in your pelvis have to do? The work that your little piriformis has to do? Of course it affects them. Just like the curve of the palm tree way above ground affects the work that a tree has to do to keep falling much closer to its roots. So you absolutely have to fix your spine in order to help with your piriformis pain. And if that means working your chest muscles, so be it. So get that book from Jody and do the stretches. The only thing I have to add is, as always, do them gently, don't overdo them, but do them for a long time and on both sides.